is one of those. This is like hardware you would put in a desk that this would slide out as big drawers. So we'll figure something out with this. You know, at the very least, we'll give it to somebody who can use it. And of course, in this one here, full of wrenches, pliers, combination wrench. You know, I think this is for a spark plug, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, spark plug. And then you got your hacksaws. Oh, that's this most important tool here. A comb for my hair. Not. Torque wrench. This is handy, right? Torque wrench to put your lug nuts on your car. And they've got the other kind of like it's more of the pneumatic, the pressure gauge, but this one's a bit bent here, so might not be as accurate. And some other box combination wrenches and some shears here. I believe this is for anvil cut. I think this is to cut like PVC pipe, plastic pipe, whatever you call that. And some pry bars here. Some files. All sorts of shit. So, you know, all that. And then in here, whoop, we'll have to clean that. I felt a whole bunch of those things fall. It's a bit of a kit here. Tools, bits and bobs. Oh, that goes in there. That's what fell. So the only little thing that's the clip here that's not working anymore. It's broken. Not the end of the world. Stand up here for a second. Let's take a look here. Another one of these hacksaws. Treble light. Or trouble light. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's treble. Got some booster cables that she gave to me. I was like, I'm going to take these booster cables too. She was like, okay. Let's move some of this stuff here. Another handle. Some rubber pieces and some pipe here. You never know. I might, you know, you can use that for an entrance. I just want to slide this out here for a second. All of this stuff here is like straps. So we'll just toss them in here. And then I forget what you call this. I think it's called a bear claw. I'm not sure. Something to pull chains together. I forget exactly what it's called. And then these are I think, oh, this is like a wheel for a wheelbarrow. And then some brackets here you use to bracket stuff together. Other kind of brackets here, containers for storage. Let's just move. Let's take a look at inside here. A lot of these things are like brackets to hold lights and whatnot, solar lights. Although I didn't have the lights with them. But they're still handy brackets. You just never know what you can... Like even if I wanted to just put a... what do you call those? Tiki lights somewhere. You can use that as a bracket. And this is to protect the bulbs, like a cage, you know. Some strap, or some insulation here, nothing too major. There you go, clothes hanger. We're going to use your clothespins. We'll put a clothes line somewhere. What is this here? I think for a sink. Yeah. These are more of home stuff, like in the house. Wine rack joining kit. I don't think that really pertains to this. But again, some of this stuff we keep, some of this stuff we will sell. So we'll shut that down. Let's take a look at it here. You see these clamps are handy. You just never know when you're going to need one of those to clamp. I've got an extra chainsaw guide or guard. And here's the clothesline. There you go. You see, we've already got it kind of set up. We're only missing the wheel for that, the bracket, what do you call it, the pulley system for that. Well, this is a long measuring tape, an old school measuring tape. I probably can't pull that out because it's stuck. Oh yeah, long measuring tape. Isn't that something? Put that here. Some safety stuff for hunting, tool belt, handle. Another one of these like X-Acto knives. We'll put that in the case, or we'll put that in the where I found all these other ones here. Or was it higher? One lower. There we go. That and This is a sander, a pneumatic sander for air powered, they call that. But it's basically for the compressor, so that's going to be handy if we need that. But I also, in case, you know, I've got another one here, electric, a palm sander. So you can't go wrong, you know, skill. It's not top of the line, but you know, it's good enough. Some of these empty containers like I was talking to you about. We'll take that out while we look inside. More of those tools for the compressor. Some staples, probably for the brad nailer that we have. Let's take a quick peek. Oh no, it's for actually that yellow one that we were looking at. Some chains, a couple of magnetic Trades Pro. When you're working on something, you put your bits and bobs in there and they all stick because they're all metal. I don't know exactly what's in here, but probably some screws, some nails. Same thing with this. See, deck screws, we got a few. They're 1.5 inch, so that's gonna, they're not that long, but it'll be good for certain projects. So we'll take this out of here. We'll just move this here for now. Got a jigsaw. Everything works. I tested it before I left because I wasn't taking home junk. King Canada. Probably got this at somewhere like Princess Auto type of place, you know? Nothing major, nothing top of the line, but good enough to get you going. And that's okay if you want to spend thousands of dollars on tools. I got no issue with that. Not a problem. Often, though, you don't need that. I mean, I'm sure if you're a tradesman and that's your bread and butter, you really want to do a fine, detailed work, fair enough. But this is the barn and this is the homestead. So if I can just get tools to get going, I'd rather that than not have any tools at all. Does that make sense? Some handy hooks here that we'll be able to hang and hook stuff on. 2.5 inch now, so we're moving up in size. That's cool. A grinder that I bought a tool to remove that disc. She didn't have the tool. She's like, it's broken. So I tested it, and sure enough, it works fine. Some wire. You can never go wrong with some wire. This is the Delta. We were talking about that Delta tool. Oh, it's a scroll saw. You see? There you go. Now we know. Scroll saw. And then they have all sorts of like pads for the the sanders and measuring tape and chalk lines. Some of this stuff I already have, but it was good to have them in extra. And again, these containers are empty. We got a head of a maul here. I think it's a 6-pounder. Is that right? I suppose. And then more empty containers here to just store stuff eventually. In here, this doubles as a seat there, as you can tell. I shouldn't have probably ripped it like that. But anyways, you can use this as a seat, but inside has rope. I can't open it there for the life of me with one hand, but all sorts of rope, heavy duty rope. My aunt said they bought that to hang a whole bunch of quilts at this international plow match or whatever they call that, which was in West Nipissing a couple of years ago. And they had all these quilts they wanted to hang, so they bought this rope, industrial, and hung all these quilts on there. So that's what I got. And then, I got this miter saw. It's not assembled right now. It's collapsed. But that's where those 2 screws that I had for a while ago, if I simply just lift that and put those screws back on, we're back in business. Everything runs. Mastercraft, good enough. And of course, we can't go without these ladders. We're part of that. I also got both of these ladders, part of that deal. You can't go wrong with a couple of good ladders. That's handy. Oh, there's another one of those bees' nests over there. We should probably get rid of that before too long. Okay. And then, of course, you guys have seen me in action with this bad boy. And then, of course, the Jenny, which is very handy. And I think that we're going to end the tool tour for now. I mean, that's a lot. It's a good start. I mean, I can't stress how important it is to have tools if you want to work. Not everybody can go at it with a rock and twine they make out of grass. I mean, it's not my thing there. Anywho, thanks for watching. Peace out. Take care of yourself.